Welcome to this Arnall-Culliford knitwear tutorial on the Sewn cast-off method. This video is part of our Boost Your Knitting Another Year of Techniques series, and if you'd like to find out more about the designers, techniques, projects, yarns or anything else to do with Boost Your Knitting, do visit our website acknitwear.co.uk. The Sewn cast-off method was developed by Elizabeth Zimmerman and has a number of names. It can be called the stem stitch cast off, the half hitch cast off, or the outline stitch cast off, and obviously that's the UK term. In the States you would say bind off. The sewn bind off has been used in Nancy Marchant's Brahman cowl this month because it provides a beautifully matched edge to the two colour long tail cast on. It also has the benefits of being nice and stretchy, which makes it a great cast off to use if you're working toe-up socks or the neckline of a sweater, anywhere that you're looking for an edge that has a little bit of give. This swatch has been worked in 1x1 rib, and I'm going to use it to show you how to work a sewn cast off. Sewn cast off is a really handy method to use when you want a nice stretchy cast off edge, and it also matches the long tail cast on that we used at the beginning of this swatch, so it gives a nice balanced finish to your project. First thing you need to do is to cut the end of your working yarn so that your tail is 3 to 4 times as long as your swatch, or as long as the edge that you want to be casting off. And then you need to thread the end of the yarn onto a nice blunt tapestry needle. You want one that's nice and blunt so that it doesn't catch or snag the yarn as you're passing through your stitches. The sewn cast off consists of a two-step process. First of all, you go through the second stitch on the needle tip from front to back. And then you go through the first stitch from back to front, and you pass underneath the strand that you've just created. Once that's been done, you can slip that first stitch off the needle tip. The first one there was a bit awkward to show you because of the first stitch being slightly looser, so let's do it again. You go through the second stitch on the needle tip from front to back, and you then go through the first stitch on the needle tip from back to front, passing underneath the strand that you've just created, and when you've done that you can slip it off. Second stitch you go through front to back. First stitch you go through back to front, and you go underneath the strand that you've just created at the front of the work, and you pull through, and then you slip that first stitch off. I'm going to do a few more stitches, and then I'm going to show you how to tighten it up so that your tension is nice and even and matches your cast on edge. I've worked across and cast off about 10 stitches here, and as you can see this is a really stretchy edge. I now need to just tighten up the edge a little bit because it's actually looser than I need it to be. It's like when you work Kitchener stitch or grafting, it's better to do it looser to begin with and then tighten it up than to do it too tight, because it's quite hard afterwards to loosen it off. So we literally just work along that edge, giving a little bit of a tug to each of those loops that we've created that are lying at the edge here, and we're pulling the slack from where we started to where we've got up to. You can see now that it's tightened up. It's still stretchy, but it makes an edge that nicely matches the cast on edge. So I tighten up the stitches every 10 stitches or so and then continue casting off as before. So into the second stitch from front to back, first stitch from back to front and underneath the strand, and slip that first stitch off. So you continue to work those 2 steps along the stitches so that all of them are cast off, and then you'll want to run back and tighten them up as I showed you previously, and you're then left with a nice stretchy cast off edge that matches the long tail cast on really nicely. Thank you for watching our video on the sewn cast off. I hope you're now feeling really confident in using it in your knitting projects. If you'd like to find out more about Boost Your Knitting, our programme to help you develop your knitting skills, do visit our website acknitwear.co.uk. And if you don't want to miss any of our knitting tutorials, why not subscribe to our YouTube channel, Jen AC Knitwear. Thanks ever so much for watching.